Right, well, first off, your injury recovery takes one step forward. Obviously, returned to running recently. Just how pleasing is that?
Yeah, obviously really good. Been coming up to 5 months out now. Probably going to be 6 months out by the time I'm back. But just getting on the pitch and running and that, lightly kicking a football, it's great to be back.
Yeah, you've mentioned a bit there, but just can you expand on what you're currently able to do?
So at the minute I'm just straight line running, little taps with the football, little passes, getting the foot basically less sensitive than it is, and building up the running slowly on the pitch and then going to change of direction and quickness and that in a few weeks.
Yeah, can you just remember, I believe it was in training, wasn't it? Can you just remember the actual injury and how it occurred?
Yeah, I just remember the ball coming over and jumping up, and it must have been when I took her from the ground. Just heard a snap and then obviously couldn't put any pressure on it. So yeah, it was snapped tibia. So obviously went to hospital and had surgery the week after.
Yeah, and so frustrating as well because you're suspended at the start of the season and started to find your rhythm coming back in the team. So just how disappointing was it to pick up at that time?
Very disappointing. Just started playing obviously after the suspension. Doing well, I think, and enjoying it, and obviously these things happen, but hopefully back for a good period in the season where we're pushing for obviously the playoffs and see what happens.
Yeah, how many times have you been injured before? Because you are still quite young in your career. Is it something that you're quite used to, or is it something quite new to you?
Probably had a few ankle injuries, and that's probably why it was so bad this time, because it's been in that area quite a bit on that foot. So, but mainly I've been alright. I haven't been out this long in the time I've been playing. So this is probably the biggest one I've had.
Yeah, of course, you've still managed to get around the boys and cheer them on home and away. It's just how important is it to stick around the lads?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think if I'm not there on the matches and training and that, I think you kind of, you're out the door, you're forgotten about, and I think it's important to stay with the lads, and obviously you're a team at the end of the day, so whether you're injured or suspended or that, you should be there supporting the others, so yeah.
Yeah, and 7 wins on the bounce at the minute, so is it somewhat hard to sit out and watch the lads do so well when you can't really play too much of a part?
Yeah, of course, but I'm used to it now. It's been 5 months, so and in that 5 months, I think they've done brilliantly. So I'm used to it now. But it's good to be coming back into a team that is winning and performing well, and rather than the opposite. So yeah, I'm buzzing for them.
Yeah, just describe to me now what your next stages are in terms of training and if you've got a target date.
So just build it up slowly. Hoping to be back training first few days of March, and then obviously hope to be in match day squads and that from then on in. So hopefully just another month, and then back to it hopefully.
Yes, that must feel quite relieving, the fact that you have got a bit of time to fight your way back into the team, before the business end of the season.
Yeah, it's obviously towards the end, but whether I'm coming off the bench for just 10 minutes and that for the last few games, I'll take anything, to be fair, because I've been out so long. I just want to be back playing again, so I'll just be happy to be in the squad again, to be fair.